what's going on. So I made a little list of things that I thought might be helpful. Now, yes, I'm a newbie and I'm an amateur and I'm all those things that you're, getting ready to click me away compared to so many other cool preppers on YouTube. But I'm doing my best, and I'm speaking to the other newbies or the never have beens yet. The wannabes, the wanna get started bees. Okay, here's my little list. And this was with regards to food. Yeah, I know. Food. By the way, I did my Nat Geo prepper, Doomsday prepper test to see how prepared you are. Should I put that link down below for you? I don't know. If you just go to the Nat Geo channel, you'll find it. But it was kind of interesting because part of you wants to not tell the truth. Part of you wants to exaggerate so you get a higher score than those people that you see on television. But anyway, okay. When you are going to be doing some of the tips that I told you about, you're going to be doing something that you're not going to like. But trust me, it will get better in time. And one of those things is going to be, you're going to be spending more time in the grocery store, because you know as well as I do that there are manager specials and there are hidden specials and one-time clearance things that are not going to show up in the local ads sometimes, or the weekly ads. So you are going to have to walk up and down the aisle. Now initially it will seem like, oh my God, I just came in here for a dozen eggs and a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk. I don't want to do that. But you're going to have to figure out a way that you can do that. Now, maybe you can only walk through half of the store, but give it a shot. Okay, you're going to walk up and down the aisles and you're going to look above eye level and below eye level. That's where you can find some really interesting things, price-wise. So that would be number one, hidden savings and specials apart from the regularly advertised advertisements, weekly ads. Okay, and I'll tell you what's good about this is you will get so good at this that you will be buying, you will learn how to say no to things. You will, trust me, you will. Okay, next thing, buy what you like and eat it, but don't forget to replenish it. And I can attest to this because I don't like waste, so I do buy what I like to eat. And if it's something that I've not eaten before, like the hominy, I tried it. I actually went online and I looked for a bunch of recipes that used hominy. And once I did that, then I felt brave enough to try it, and then tried in another recipe. And I was glad I did, because I wouldn't have known that the water tasted like water and not like some salty canned, in case we needed to drink it, because as I said before, it was 1 pound and 13 ounces. Okay, now, you got to plan your meals ahead of time. I mean, I understand, okay? I've been there, done that. Try to set enough time on the weekends to cook, instead of frying, ooh, I said the F word, sorry, no frying. And say you're going to barbecue chicken, and one package has 6 pieces. Okay, well, instead of that, which you should not be buying 6 pieces in a package anyway. You should be buying a bulk. Or raising your own, number one. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to barbecue 16 pieces or 20 pieces of chicken, right? And then you want to put it away and eat from that for a few days. So you don't have to cook throughout the week. A, it saves more money in buying in bulk, and B, it's less effort because, who wants to cook every night? Now, some of you are saying, oh, I don't like leftovers, Joanna. Well, here's another thing I'm going to say to you you're not going to like. You got to get over that, okay? That's a bunch of And I'll tell you why. Being the frugal kind of gourmet chef that I am, I turn leftovers into a new dish, a new meal. For example, if I have leftover mashed potatoes, I turn that into gnocchi. I add a little egg, and a little flour, and a little seasoning, and poof, I've got gnocchi, which is similar to a dumpling, right? And they can be cooked in minutes, okay? So mashed potatoes into gnocchi. Pasta, leftover pasta, with or without sauce, it doesn't matter. You throw a scrambled egg in there the next day, you've got breakfast. There are things that can be turned into other things. Leftover meats can be turned into stews, soups, sauces. Dry bread can be turned into bread. Stale bread can be turned into breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs can be added to the meat that turns the 1 pound meatloaf into 1.25 pounds. Okay, so always be thinking about how many different meals can you get. Now, I'm done with my barbecue chicken. Okay, obviously there's not much you can do because barbecue is pretty heavy flavor. But if I would have roasted the chicken and I would have had leftover carcass, guess what? Soup, stew, I would have done it. I would have put it in a pressure cooker and I would have disintegrated it and made dog food, or I would have put it in a crock pot or boiled the carcass. I mean, I would have made stock. I would have used something with it. When I say that you plan your meals ahead of time and you turn leftovers into new meals, that is going to save you a lot of money. Also, the more that you have money saved, the more you can spend on your preps. Find multi-uses for prep foods. I cannot stress this enough. Multi-uses means that, not just the guy on Doomsday Prepper that took 5 different cans and mixed them together. I mean, yeah, that's one thing. But guess what? I can take that, for example, beans, and I can use that in an ingredient to make bread or cookies or cakes. Pinto beans. Can you believe that? Yeah, you can. In fact, Bear Prepper has a really good recipe. I believe it is applesauce and pinto beans. So check it out on her channel, and you won't be sorry. She's got a lot of great information. I always like to find foods that have variety, good nutrition, and the most bang for my buck. Okay, which leads me to things like the dollar stores. Now, and I'm not saying the dollar store. I'm just saying the less than $1.01 stores. So just, there's all different kinds of stores like that. I'm not saying one in particular. Check the quantities, because a lot of times what they're doing now is the 1 pound package of whatever that's in the grocery store, they're selling it at 12 ounces in the dollar store. The packaging can be very misleading. You may pick up a package of something that looks exactly like the 4 ounce, something in a grocery store, and it's only 2 ounces. Check the ingredients. Check where it's made too. You're going to buy the minced garlic made in China, or are you going to buy the minced garlic made in the United States? Okay, so read the labels and check to make sure that what you're paying for is fair with regards to quantity. Okay? You're gonna you're not gonna like this next one. You're gonna have to spend and set aside 1 hour a week to learn how to do things like make pancakes from scratch, make breads from scratch, make biscuits from scratch. You're gonna be much happier learning how to do that as opposed to going to get the pre-boxed stuff. Now, I'm not saying don't buy the pre-boxed stuff, but it is kind of spendy. I mean, $3 for a little box of something. $3 will buy you 5 pounds of flour, and you can make a lot of food with that. Now, I'm going to talk about something else. So, you got to set aside an hour a week. An hour a week is not a lot of time. A lot of time. Now think about it. I know everybody's busy and you got lots of stuff going on, but you got to set aside to learn something prep-wise, skill-wise, cooking-wise. 1 hour a week. That's nothing. That's nothing. Okay? You can do it. All right. And you'll be thankful that you're empowered to do that, because if the SHTF happened and all you had was a bag of flour and some baking soda and some salt, guess what? You can make food out of that. Okay, and a little egg. Get them chickens. Okay, baking bread, and besides that, your house will smell good, because you'll really get into it. And I'll tell you who else makes great biscuits in a cast iron skillet. That's my Mystic Prepper, honey. Shout out. She's awesome. Okay, so you want to also, this is the next thing. This is not going to take a lot of time. You need to educate yourself on your preps with regards to, is it more cost effective, nutritious, is it going to store well, all of those things with regards to, let me give you an example, white flour versus storing oats, like oatmeal, quick oats, whatever, oats. I'm storing more oats than flour. Why? Because I can eat the oats with just water. I can grind the oats and make flour. It stores really well. I mean, it stores fantastic, and it's very nutritional for you. It's very filling. It'll fill up your belly. Yay for the oats. Okay, so educate yourself on your food preps. I went down and I was thinking, okay, I've got, so many number 10 cans of pinto beans. I got so many number 10 cans of what was it? Oh, red wheat, because that stores forever. And I honestly thought, okay, well, there are certain things that you're going to, like, come hell or high water, you're going to have red wheat in your pantry. Why? Because it's very nutritious. It stores forever. It's good for you. You can grind it. You make flour. You can do so many things with it, and it's so nutritious for you. Okay, so there we go. Those are my list. Spend more time at the grocery store. You're not going to like that. But you know what's going to happen? You're going to be able to say no a lot easier. You're going to be able to say no to things a lot easier, and that's going to save you money. You're going to be going up and down the aisles, and you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, that's such a really good price. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to buy that." And then you start putting it in your basket, and in your brain, your little calculator's going, and you will, trust me, pass up the frivolous stuff over the important stuff. And not that we have to pass it all up, but you will get to a point where you will be thinking more productively in your shopping. And I guarantee you, you will not have to go you'll get really fast at going up and down those aisles. You'll get real fast at it. So don't think of it as a huge labor, okay? So, oh my gosh, bear with me, you guys. I mean well. I'm just trying to help, and I appreciate your viewing. If you've stuck through this video this long, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. And you know what? I accept all comments. So, just make sure that they're comments that my daughter could read. That's all I'm saying. Because if they're not, then we can't show. Because I never want to put anything out there that my daughter can't see. Okay? All right. So you take care, and I will talk at you soon. Peace out. Have a good weekend.